foremost, I just want to thank every single person here, not only for your service and everything that you have done in this room, but also for showing up for everyone here as well as yourselves tonight. So quick round of applause for that. I'm going to tell you guys a couple stories myself tonight. First and foremost, my story, I always like to call it chaos to capital, because my first entrepreneurship, my store, it was called Chaos, and it sure was. It was a clothing store that I started from passion. I did not know one thing about a cash register. I didn't know anything outside of making people look beautiful. And so I went to TJ Maxx and grabbed a couple things off the rack and marked them up, put them on a mannequin, and called them a one-of-a-kind. And that's where my mission started. I said, I am going to do something that it solves a solution for women of all sizes. And I had my store for a little less than 3 years when it crumbled from not lack of passion, but undercapitalization. And so when Sharon came up here and talked about teaching financial literacy, it's something I learned the hard way. Not only did I lose my store and have to close the doors to the store, but I also ruined my credit, ruined my confidence, and didn't know where I was going to pick up. So this brings me to a little story. I don't know if anyone here knows who Brian Johnson, the entrepreneur, is. I'm sure you do, some of you. He started in the same industry I did, door-to-door sales. And he invented this little thing that created a solution for PayPal, and it was a payment solution. And at 18 years old, he was able to sell to PayPal for $800 million. I found a job next after doing my door-to-door sales. He found financial wealth for generations. With that said, he was no smarter than I am. And I realized that after a long journey. And last year, when we got together and started writing this book, and I wrote my chapter in this book, I realized that I had been hiding from some of the pain that I had in my life. And so I have dedicated my business and my life to creating solutions for women. I am in a very heavy man space, which I absolutely love. The men in here, my husband's in here, all of the men that we serve. But the women that we work with, the women entrepreneurs, there's not enough financial education. I failed myself. I wrote letters to credit agencies. I created my credit score to come up here. I learned everything from scratch. I created a playbook for my company, and I teach them with passion. And so last year, my husband and I decided to take everything we had ever saved in retirement and start putting it into places that we believed, which was women in business. And so we took chances, and it wasn't algorithm. It wasn't credit score that we looked at. We looked at sweat equity, perseverance, grit. We looked at the full spectrum of what they wanted to start, if we believed in the person. Because you women in the military, you all come out, and guess what? Most people in the military don't have a credit score. How do we base a decision on someone that we don't know their background? It's not fair. So my journey right now is to change the algorithm. And I know a lot of people say algorithm, you hear this word a lot, but my goal and journey is to change the narrative onto how we lend to other people. And so I am so thankful for each and every one of you here today. Last year at this time was the first time I had come out of my own skin and gotten on the stage, and I think I cried for 30 minutes before I got up here. And so today I'm so thankful for every single one of you. I want to dedicate anything I can to help us with your association, with any woman in business out there for financial literacy and just changing the way that we look at other people. And that's it. Thank you so much.